Hello, everyone. Welcome to this developer diary. My name is Will. I'm with Studio 369. I wanted to walk through with you in terms of some of the highlights coming in our latest patch. The latest patch is going to introduce a couple new core features and some additional cosmetics, an overhaul on the Hearth, Warmth, and Fuel update, as well as some additional features to the Kingdom window in terms of financial tracking and breakdown so you can evaluate your economy as you progress in Noble Legacy. There are some additional features as well that I'll cover, but first off, I want to talk about our latest feature, the Builder's Lodge. The Builder's Lodge is going to be accompanied with a new role called the Laborer role. And essentially, we've overhauled the building system in which you place your prefabs or build with a certain process that's using what we call the framing system. So basically what's going to happen is as you frame and build your village, your laborers will come through with hammers, grab resources on their own in order to build for you. So instead of you having to build everything by hand, you are now going to be accompanied by laborers that will build your structures for you. We'll showcase this example and talk about some other cool new features. But first, covering the Builder's Lodge, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. Right now, we have a simple 1x2 that I'm going to build here. And you'll notice immediately that there is a highlight, and when you unequip your hammer, you'll see that the framing system and as you equip your hammer, you'll be able to see what has been placed in terms of design on your end, and this will allow basically your builders to come through, build up your frames for you. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and construct this by hand until we get laborers assigned to the task. And it's really a simple system that kind of expands on the building mechanics and allows us to tune progression and allow the player to see their village and their town build up over time. And in order to identify this structure as a builder, as a construction lot, place our new workbench, which under services here, Builder's Toolbench. This is the new workbench for the laborer. As you select this and place it anywhere you want, you will now see that the Builder's Lodge has been. You can further expand on this by quickly decorating it, including buildings. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly run through that. Place a couple frames here. Make this real simple. A cable. You'll also notice as you're placing things, we've kind of overhauled the snapping system as well. You're going to see these little yellow snap points basically, and they serve as an assist to where to aim as you place things. So it's kind of a quality of life feature. Now we're going to go ahead and allow our laborers to build the rest of this as I plan it out, just to demonstrate their role. I'm going to place thatch gable there. I'm going to add a thatch gable trim to both ends. Add some stairways here and so. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and assign our new job class, the labor role. So I've already recruited a couple here. You can see basically the laborers, you can assign them. They are a peasant class, so essentially to find out what the requirement is, just go over to your Builder's Lodge, and you can see that there are 2 slots at tier 1 available for the labor. I'm going to go ahead and assign both Harold and Josephine, who are designated laborers, to this slot here. I'll go ahead and manually build these stairs here. You can see that we've immediately entered the frame. See the frame up here for the gable.
Hey, how's it going?
Now here you can see that the villagers or the laborers in this case are gathering resources that they need to build. And here are my two laborers now constructing the rest of construction lot. And as you place more items to build, add more prefabs or add more custom buildings, they're going to go ahead, they'll start building things by hand. I'm going to go ahead and place prefab house here to further demonstrate. And here we have our prefab house placed. Equipping the hammer, you can see the frame, and the laborers are immediately moving over to work on constructing the. Now, as you upgrade your builder's lodge, you can assign more builders, therefore increasing your build speed. And in the future, as you craft better tools, you'll notice them improve their efficiency. This will also be determined by some of the class stats. So if you have peasants that have particular stats that are more efficient at building, for example, you'll see improvements in build speed as well. In the meantime, you can always upgrade your tiers to the construction lodge and assign more villagers to assist with construction. The construction framing system is our new feature, and we wanted to highlight that as it is a notable and significant step towards the long-term development and progression of the game itself. This provides further additional uses to the porter system. Porters channeling resources over. The builders will grab resources from the lodge if they need to. Otherwise, they will always take from the storehouse as necessary to build. Our next new feature that I wanted to discuss is the Hearth Warmth and Fuel Overhaul. We have overhauled the system in which warming mechanics take place, and one of the things that you need to do is build a hearth for each home in order to keep them warm. So in this example, I'll show you a house that has a hearth in it. and I'll show you what that looks like. So here you can see that the hearth is in place. And if you take a look at building overview, select a specific home, for example, the woodcutter's home here, you will now see that under the maintenance tab, there is now a required furnishing, which includes a hearth or fireplace. This is to keep the villager's home warm, and the villagers will independently resupply and stock their hearths or fireplace with required fuel. In order to place the hearth, all you simply need to do is head over to the build menu, select furniture, and you will see two new build parts here. One is the hearth and one is a large fireplace. The hearth is better suited for homes as it's a little bit more narrow, but you can essentially place it wherever you need to. In this case, I'll line it up against the wall. And you can see that now this is officially part of the home. Villagers will come, warm themselves up, fire. This will thus increase their morale and obviously satisfy the requirement for keeping warm as well. The next feature I want to discuss is the financial tracking system. So if you head over to the Kingdom tab, this window here shows everything in regards to stats, status, labor force, and your economy. In addition to that, we have provided a new feature for financial tracking through charts. If you open the history, you can observe your finances over time, and you can evaluate your economy through this chart system. In addition to that, we provided a weekly breakdown, and you can see changes done and its impact by certain villagers.
Hey, how's it going then?
We've also enabled a new production toggle. So production furniture, such as the forager's baskets, can now be enabled and disabled manually with the hotkey Q. This example, I will run over here to our forager's hut. And here you can see the forager's basket. You interact with Q, you can enable and disable production with this key right here. When done so, villagers will stop utilizing it.
Nothing good ever comes
You can re-enable it as well. Now for the fun stuff. To celebrate the fall event, we're going to be adding a few new assets that will obviously feel a lot more like autumn. And of course, one of our favorite seasons and holidays, Halloween, we've added assets including the scarecrow, gravestones, pumpkins, various. Head over to decoration. They're going to be locked, but a specific event will allow you to complete that event, thus unlocking the decorative piece. Here in this case, you can see the decorative pumpkin, two variations of it, as well as the good old jack-o'-lantern. In addition to that, we've added lampposts that you can place. Or additionally, you can place them alongside roads.
A good day, is it?
You can turn the lamps on, and you can turn them lamps off. This has been a widely requested feature to allow specific path lighting. Some of this additional expanded decorations that we have provided, a widely requested feature, are rugs. We have a couple variations of rugs available now that you can place. Simply go to your Decorations tab. And here you can see, or furniture rather. Heading over to the Furniture tab, you can see now we have a large square rug. We have a smaller round rug, and we have the tier 1 sheepskin rug. Stone pieces have also received a new update as well. We have added castle wall battlements, various sizes of bookshelves, as well as decorative books that you can place in your bookshelves. But let's talk about the stone battlements. I'm going to go ahead and remove pieces here to demonstrate. If you head over to the Structure tab, you can find our new battlements down in the miscellaneous section here. Stone battlements for upper walls. Select this and place them accordingly. This will give your stone structures more of that castle feel. And of course, they are also equipped with frames, so your builders, or rather your laborers, will need to come through and build these up. I'll also showcase some of the new shelving unit that we've provided. If you head over to the Furniture tab, you will notice that there are now small, medium, and large bookshelves. For your libraries and various homes, you can also decorate these specific book piles. We've added a couple here, different style variation. Spines facing inwards, allowing you to rotate outwards and such. In addition to that, we have expanded and overhauled the visuals for the crop system. For you farmers out there, as you build your farms, you can select your crop types, and you will notice that they have some new visuals accompanying. Here in this empty plot, I'm going to select wheat, flax, vegetable. In this case, I'll select wheat. As you plant the crops, you'll see the new visual overhaul. And here is flax. And lastly, we'll demonstrate vegetable. And there you have it. Some other key notes that are going into this patch, and the list is long. We have improved AI behavior. Builders will follow a clear priority system when choosing which building to work on. We've also adjusted various work schedules. We've overhauled the warmth and fuel system. Villagers will now fuel their homes with wood from woodcutters if no storehouse exists. We've introduced the tired morale buff, applied when villagers do not sleep at night. Villagers will also enter a leisure state if they cannot find a bed. So it's very possible that your villagers, without a proper home, will end up sleeping on the ground outside, completely homeless. We've also tied in some additional visual animations that further communicate a villager's mood. For instance, any villager that has low morale, you'll see hunched over and generally looking quite unhappy. We'll find one right here.
A good day, is it?
Here you can see Godfrey, not too happy. He's a little bit hunched over and looking quite angry. If we take a look at Godfrey's morale, or Godfrey in this case was a visitor.
The weather's cold and steady.
We'll take a look at Thomas. Thomas is quite unhappy, and to further communicate this visually, we've added animations that will further communicate their mood. In this case, you will notice that Thomas is going to be hunched over and walking quite grumpy.
A good day, is it?
And that is it for the key highlights to this patch. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you guys in Noble Legacy.